McCarthy with me now. Andy, good morning to you. He's talking about censoring political speech. He's talking about weaponizing federal agencies, and he's been a victim of that to a degree. And so, too, has Donald Trump. And now you got this case ready to trial in New York. It's about to fire up. And late last night, the judge issued this sweeping gag order against Trump. Andrew Cherkasky was with Dane and me yesterday. And we were talking about that. And this is sort of how he looks at it. Watch here.
Now, the stakes here are much higher, and the allegations are that the judge's daughter is deeply involved with the Democratic Party, including Adam Schiff, who is the chief prosecutor in the impeachment proceedings, raising, I think, nearly $100 million. So that feels like a conflict of interest. With all the judges in New York, I don't understand why they can't find a judge who seems clearly unbiased against Donald Trump.
All right, to be specific now, he's talking about the judge's daughter. The judge is not happy about this. He said, you got to shut your mouth. Okay, now what about Cherkasky's point? How do you see this, Andy?
Well, I think this is a self-created problem by the district attorney and the courts. What they claim to be worried about is the administration of justice. And what they're saying is that when Trump makes statements about particular people, even though he doesn't threaten them or direct anyone to do anything, that his followers end up intimidating those people, and therefore it makes it difficult to administer justice in the case. The reason this is an issue is because they've scheduled these trials to commence prior to the election, and they've intentionally put them in the heat of an election campaign. Trump didn't ask for that. That was what the court did in conjunction with the district attorney. Trump is running for president. He's got a First Amendment right to campaign, and he's got a right to make his defense. And he may be right or wrong, but it's perfectly appropriate to make a defense that this is a politicized prosecution against him and that the judge is biased. He didn't pick any member of the judge's family out of the sky. He chose the one who is a Democratic political operative, which is undeniable, even if the judge doesn't want to talk about it.
So Cherkasky's got a point. Why can't they just find a judge in New York who doesn't have this conflict of interest? Michael Cohen goes on TV a lot, and he blasts Trump, and Trump can't say anything about it. So your position is maybe hold the trial a year or two ago, or wait till after the election.
Either that, Bill, either put the trial off till after the election, or don't inhibit what Trump says. No one is allowed, even under the First Amendment, to commit the crime of incitement or to defame people. As E. Jean Carroll has shown, you can sue Trump if he says something defamatory. So those restrictions are in place on everybody. But Trump has a right to run for president. He's got a right to make his defense. He shouldn't be inhibited in what he can say.
What's it tell you about the way New York's running law?
Well, I mean, I think it's obvious that things are rigged against him. Nobody who's honest would say that this case that Bragg has brought would have been brought against anybody except Donald Trump, where he's taken a misdemeanor business records transaction in which there was no victim, no one was harmed, and turned it into 34 felony counts, which statutorily amount to over a century of potential imprisonment.
That's a lot. Andy, thank you.